Peace, peace.
Hey.
What's up, y'all? It's REM.
And Yodit.
And you're tuned in to deuxsol Radio.
That's right, your favorite twins are here talking all things music and culture.
Because two takes are better than one, but twin takes
Are even better.
And we're back with another episode here on Revolt Podcast Network. It's crazy to think that it's almost been a month since Sinners made history at the Oscars with their 16 nominations.
And it was amazing to watch them walk away with 4 of the biggest wins of the night. Best Original Screenplay, Best Cinematography, Best Original Score, and of course, Best Actor.
Seeing Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler take home their awards that night meant so much to the culture and to fans, but it also reminded us of the power of a strong actor and director partnership.
That's such a great point, Ariam. And I think what's so beautiful about moments like this is that it shows that these creative partnerships don't happen overnight.
Right.
They are formed early on in the journey, before the studios get involved, before the awards, before the fans. These creatives see the greatness in one another before the rest of the world does. And that continued mutual respect and collaboration and investment does pay off.
And that's the beauty behind Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler's story.
Yeah.
Yodi and I, we loved Fruitvale Station.
Yes.
That was an independent film back in 2013. To now see them collect Oscars for a 2025 blockbuster film like Sinners.
Yeah.
Their story is just a testament. It's a testament to the impact of this powerful dynamic.
When a director finds their acting muse, something magical happens.
Right.
And we've seen this time and time again in the world of cinema.
So in this episode, we wanted to share some of our favorite actor-director duos.
Starting off with Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
These two have had a 20-plus year creative partnership, and it's resulted in 6 feature films.
Gangs of New York,
The Aviator,
The Departed,
Shutter Island,
The Wolf of Wall Street,
and Killers of the Flower Moon.
Together, these two have tapped into a range of genres and period pieces that have elevated both of their crafts.
In retrospect, this partnership really led to mutual evolution for both of them. For DiCaprio, he was able to go from teen heartthrob to serious dramatic actor. And for Scorsese, he had a new, young, modern leading man to explore new stories and characters with.
When you watch a Scorsese film, the characters are, deeply complex and flawed. And when you see Leo step into these roles, you see him really stretch himself and grow as an actor. And we've seen him do that over the course of 20 years.
Yeah. And it's crazy because no 2 characters he's played in a Scorsese film are alike.
Yeah.
We actually just did a rewatch recently of The Departed, and it's crazy to think that he didn't get nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
He was acting for his life.
The role of Billy Costigan, the undercover cop that infiltrated the Irish mob.
Yeah.
He was stressed the entire time, fearing for his life, fearing that he would get caught off. And you just felt the anxiety, the nervousness.
The chronic paranoia. I mean, it was palpable. And that's a testament to their commitment to the story. And we can't have this conversation without talking about The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
I mean, the shots, the framing, the pacing of things, the energy that they were able to create that made you feel like you were in the world of Wall Street.
And of course, Leo's portrayal of Jordan Belfort. I mean, you just felt the ruthlessness, the selfishness,
the chaos, the ego,
the rush. I mean, it was conveyed so clearly on film.
And it really did show the rise and the crash of his demise.
This is just another example about how these two continue to push and challenge each other to create such a crazy film.
This partnership is truly iconic in the world of cinema, and they have no signs of slowing down. They're currently in production for a new psychological thriller, What Happens at Night, starring Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, so we'll definitely be staying tuned for that one. Up next, Denzel Washington and Spike Lee. Come to think of it, I think this is probably our earliest representation of the specific actor and director dynamic.
Yeah.
Together, they've worked on 5 films: Mo Better Blues,
Malcolm X,
He Got Game,
Inside Man,
and Highest to Lowest. Spike Lee is known for his authentic storytelling and his unique directorial style. When you think about the notable double dolly shots or the direct to camera where the character breaks the fourth wall.
And then you have Denzel Washington, one of the greatest leading men in cinema, beautifully commanding these scenes, elevating these stylistic choices, and moving the story along. What's also so interesting about Spike and Denzel's relationship is that not only has Spike directed him, but he's also acted alongside him.
Right.
You know, in Mo Better Blues and Malcolm X, he did play characters in that world. And so it's so cool to see him put on his director hat and put on his acting hat to really understand and elevate the work.
Their relationship spans decades and is built on mutual trust and a shared cultural perspective. You know, they're both proud New Yorkers and they're Black creatives, you know, and they have a very specific commitment to telling authentic Black stories on film.
Yes. Until this day, we are still not over the fact that Denzel didn't get an Oscar for his performance as Malcolm X.
Yeah, a true tragedy.
He fully embodied the spirit of Malcolm X. Like, that was him.
Yes. I mean, it was a cultural phenomenon. It introduced Malcolm X to a younger generation, and it was just such an impactful film.
Up next, Christopher Nolan and Cillian Murphy.
Yes.
This is another notable cinematic partnership, and they've worked together on 6 films.
Batman Begins,
The Dark Knight,
Inception,
The Dark Knight Rises,
Dunkirk,
and Oppenheimer.
The two first worked together back in 2005 on Batman Begins, and Cillian initially auditioned for the role of Bruce Wayne, which eventually went to Christian Bale. But Chris Nolan saw something in him and wanted to incorporate him in the film. So he later got casted as Dr. Jonathan Crane, aka the Scarecrow. And that was the beginning of their working relationship.
And since then, they worked on several films together. But it wasn't until Oppenheimer where Cillian finally got his first leading role in a Nolan film. It's been reported that Christopher Nolan actually wrote this role specifically for Cillian because he knew that he was the only actor capable of carrying on the complexity and the subtlety of the character. This role ended up being career-defining for Cillian Murphy. He swept awards season and, of course, won the coveted Best Actor Oscar.
What's so inspiring about this story is that, you know, Cillian auditioned for a role that he didn't end up getting. But Chris Nolan had the foresight to see the greatness in him and know that there was a role that would exist in the future for Cillian. And, you know, it paid off. At the end, he ended up getting that Oscar. And lastly, Daniel Kaluuya and Jordan Peele. This partnership took shape back in 2017 on the hit film Get Out.
This psychological horror film truly shook up culture as it covered themes on race and social tension.
Jordan Peele wrote and directed a very layered and very complex film. And it took an actor like Daniel to be able to convey the complexities and the eeriness of the story. There were scenes where Daniel was able to communicate fear, confusion, stress, anxiety with little to no dialogue.
This collaboration alone led them to the Oscars as Daniel Kaluuya was nominated for Best Actor, and Jordan Peele had a historic win for Best Original Screenplay, the first Black man to win in this category. Get Out was only the beginning for these two, as they collaborated again for the sci-fi horror film Nope.
The two were able to explore another genre together, sci-fi, that was not only suspenseful, but had so much depth to it. Throughout the film, the Haywood siblings are determined to capture what appears to be a UFO in the sky.
Daniel was able to showcase his range in this movie because he was fully locked in for those suspenseful and fast-paced moments. But then when it came to those introspective scenes, you really saw him tap into subtlety to help move the story along.
Exactly. We look forward to see these two continue to collaborate in the future. And before we go, we have a few honorable mentions. Scorsese and Robert De Niro,
Denzel and Antoine Fuqua,
Lawrence Fishburne and John Singleton,
and Tim Burton and Johnny Depp. These are just some of our favorite director and actor duos. But let us know if we missed anyone.
Comment below. And that wraps up today's episode. If you like what you heard, you can keep up with us on our socials at DEUXSOL. That's at deuxsol. You can watch us on YouTube and Spotify, and you can listen to us on Revolt Podcast Network, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. If you can hear it,
we'll be on it.
And till next time, guys.
Peace.